you've been doing your color yourself, right? And we want to make sure that you're able, because you're not really available time-wise to be coming to the salon every 2 weeks because you're so concentrated right here.
Correct.
Right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically going to match what you have here, and we're just going to blend everything else in, so that way whatever you haven't been able to cover on your own, we're just evening it all out, and then you can go ahead and continue to maintain it, and then I can see you in another like 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
And then kind of rebalance you again.
Okay. So I guess my main question is, will the color that my hair is naturally as the dark color, will that be changed dramatically, or 25%, or?
So wherever your hair is naturally dark,
Right.
will not be affected.
You won't touch
If
that.
anything, it might look a little bit darker or richer.
Okay.
It won't look brown.
Got it.
It'll still look like black.
But it won't look, yes, okay, perfect.
Right.
Okay.
And then wherever the white is, will look like more like a charcoaly kind of black,
Okay.
not so brown.
Okay.
And then it'll fade out to maybe a little more brown.
Okay. And then I touch it up whenever I see it growing out.
The way you normally do.
I do it. I just do that. Okay.
You just keep doing that, and then you'll know, just like you know right now, like, oh, I need help.
Right.
I can't get all the parts, and now it's driving me crazy. Once you get to that point again, it might be 6, 9 months,
Okay.
maybe even a year, depending on how much you're doing it yourself.
Okay.
And then we'll be here balancing it out again.
Perfect. Okay. All
But
right.
basically, if you were going to start coming to me and I was going to be doing it, and you said I want something less maintenance, then we would have kind of approached this a little bit differently. But because all we're trying to do is balance it out and get all the areas you can't get, then that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So we're gonna kind of match what you have going on, and then just get all the rest of it. But we're still gonna approach it in a camouflage way, so that way I'm not gonna go and just use straight permanent color, because then you will see the root in the back as well. So
Okay.
the goal is to just kind of keep it in the same tone, and then make sure that as it fades off, it doesn't contribute a lot of that red tone that is very common with color.
Okay.
And so, and then from there, it sort of almost acts like a highlight as
Okay.
it's coming out.
Okay.
It'll never fade back out to completely white, ever.
Okay. Oh, really?
It won't.
Okay.
So people like sometimes like, oh, just take it out. Like, no, once you color it, you've impacted the hair, you cannot get it back to white.
Okay.
So,
And then you'll get the stuff on the bottom too?
yep, we'll
All
make
that
sure we
stuff
get
that I
all
can
this
never
hair, everything that's missing, we'll
Right.
even it out.
Okay.
It will probably feel a lot darker to you because you're so used to having like this natural highlight on, through the bottom. And so it will feel like, oh my gosh, it's dark, like
Okay.
dark. But then again,
It'll
it's
fade.
gonna be fading off, and then that gray where it's naturally distributed through the bottom, more like a highlight and not so concentrated like the front, will then fade out more a little to like a highlight.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay,
And then that way you can keep maintaining
Okay.
how you've been doing it, and then we don't have to worry about causing any extra, time commitment on your end, because you
Okay.
don't have time to come in.